radio station. You can watch us too. We are on your computer, your mobile device. Just head on over to SuperTalk TV. You may know the name of our guest today, the volunteers of Gleaners. They collect food that otherwise would go to waste and gives it to charitable agencies. They've been around a while and up to some good things. But today we've got their CEO in the house, Michael Williams, along with Debi Pearsall. She is a board member, but also a daughter, or the daughter, of the founder of the Gleaners. So welcome to you both.
Thank you.
It's good to have you here. So actually, I'm going to start with you first, Debi, since you're the daughter of the founder. This has been, how long has Gleaners been a part of your life?
Gosh, since the early 80s, I had just graduated from Ole Miss, and my mother was rocking and rolling and doing fun things with Gleaners.
Well, that's cool, and it's, obviously it stayed in your family and in your life all this time. What kept you connected to the organization?
Well, Gleaners does so many wonderful things for the Metro Jackson area. Mm-hmm. At this point, they're gathering almost 1 million pounds of food that would otherwise go to waste, and they're giving it, repackaging it, and making sure that areas and different organizations within the metro area get the food that is so desperately needed in the community.
Well, not wasting food is obviously a good thing. So, Michael, when people ask you, volunteers of Gleaners, what do you guys do on a daily basis? How do you respond?
Well, we're there to service the needy in our area. We have a group of volunteers that pick up food, they process it, go through it, take out all the sad food, as we call it, and make sure we have a nice selection for the groups that we service. We know their populations, so we make food parcels according to how many people they have and what we have. They pick it up, and then at the end of the day, we should have an empty cooler. It's not empty, though, because they've already they'll get ready to fill it back up for in the morning.
So y'all don't necessarily store your food that you glean. You glean it, and then you give it right back.
Doesn't do any good sitting in our cooler.
Absolutely, it does not. How do you connect with organizations that need what you guys rescue? I always call it rescue vegetables, but one way to look at it, but glean it.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of them reach out to us. We get calls every day for folks that want us to supply food. We don't supply to individuals. We only supply to 501(c) organizations. They are registered with the Secretary of State. We find their populations. We do a little pre-work, and then they're welcome to come pick up food.
So how do you connect with your farmers, Michael? Because I know you're not just showing up at doorsteps going, hey, can we get some food out of your backyard? Although at this time of year, if they've got any left, they may be ready to get rid of it.
They'll all get cucumbers.
But how do you connect with the farmers who are helping or wishing you to come probably and help glean some of the food?
Yeah, well, our organization works with suppliers such as Kroger, Walmart, but we do Brenda Produce. She's been a supporter for a long time. And we visit them on a schedule. We pick up from them and bring it in. We service many of the Kroger stores, a Walmart or two. Our main channel comes from the Mississippi Food Network. They get a lot. They are kind of field all the calls by suppliers, donors. And they allocate based on our ability to pick up food. They allocate stores to us or pickup locations. And it's worked real well.
Debi, do you think, was it your mother who was one of the founders of Gleaners?
Yes, my mother was the founder of Gleaners.
Or the founder of Gleaners.
We're going to give her all the credit.
All the credit.
We even have a truck named after Mother called Gloria.
Now Gloria 2, because we retired the
Gloria 2.
Well, when back then, did Gloria recognize that there was food that was just being tossed away that could otherwise be gone to better use? And how did she start by connecting, that rescued food to those who need it?
Well, she started in a very simple capacity. There's a story that goes that we tell over and over about the donuts. It's the donut story, and she saw boxes and boxes of donuts being thrown out. And my mother had the biggest heart, and she couldn't stand the fact that these donuts were being thrown out when she knew that there were agencies that had children and teenagers that might want the donuts. And that's really one of the beginning, is that she, cared about the children of Mississippi that maybe needed. I know a donut's not necessarily a healthy snack.
But when you don't have anything. Or you don't want to see it go to waste either.
Right. She just didn't want to see it go to waste. And the wonderful volunteers that Gleaners has under Michael's direction now, it's just, the agency is just exploding. We're doing so many great things.
Talk about the volunteers, Michael, because that's the heartbeat, I'm sure, of making the Gleaners work. How often do they show up? Do you have a big Rolodex of volunteers that you call out whenever needed, or is it kind of signing up for so many hours a week? How does that happen?
Number one, we have a pit boss that's Nancy Willis, and Nancy was the heir to Gloria when Gloria couldn't be there anymore. Nancy had been there for years, and then she runs it like a machine with quite a few other volunteers. A gentleman named Walter's there every day, but others volunteer 1, 2, 3 days a week. We operate in the morning, so they'll come in, and it's toil. It's work because you're lifting boxes and making packages and all. And those that want to participate just call us up and offer to volunteer, and we set them on a schedule, and they come as many days as they like.
Would people be surprised, Michael, at how much food there is to glean in just the metro area, which I'm sure that would expand farther out throughout the state, that otherwise would just be thrown away?
Yeah, I'm from the food service business, from the food business, worked in it for many years. And I've always been disturbed by the amount of food that's wasted. While I was in the business, I was able to channel a lot of that to the Gleaners, but no longer since I've been out for quite a while. And you look at grocery stores, Kroger has done an outstanding job of trying to purposely package products for the hungry, for the needy in food desert areas, whatnot. And Walmart's been a big contributor as well. As a matter of fact, we're receiving a grant from Walmart through the Mississippi Food Network to purchase another refrigerated truck, which is a godsend because we don't raise money. We are all on donations. So when you look at how much food is wasted, mm-hmm. No one can. There's not enough trucks to pick it all up and distribute it.
Which is mind-boggling to me, but it's good to know there's organizations like Volunteers of Gleaners that are helping with that.
Yeah.
Debbie, did your mom, Miss Gloria, get to see it in all of its glory now?
She actually did. Yeah. Mother passed away about 7 years ago, but she had the right people in the right place, and obviously Michael is one of them, as well as the wonderful board that Gleaners has, yeah. and the volunteers. Again, they pick up almost 1 million pounds of food that is distributed to different shelters throughout the city, and yes, we need volunteers, but, we also need financial support. And if we hope the listeners, will learn more about Gleaners, mm-hmm. and this is our 40th anniversary.
Right.
And we're going to have lots of different activities to celebrate the 40 years that Gleaners have been in existence. So we hope the listeners will, keep an ear out for that and help us share the good word and spread more support for Gleaners.
So, Michael, where can people go to support Volunteers of Gleaners and learn about the upcoming events, or just ways to also volunteer and get more involved?
We have a Facebook page, mm-hmm. and we will soon have a new website. We've been working with someone for quite a while about getting a website up, and I'm hopefully going to have it up in 2 weeks.
Okay, so is that Volunteers of Gleaners? Just spell it all out.
Volunteers of Gleaners. And the website will be gleanersjackson.org.
All right.
They can always call me at 601-832-8689 or our office at 601-956-4740.
Well, I appreciate you both. And Debbie, thanks to your mom for getting this started.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
40
Thank
years in the
you.
making. That's
And her
pretty
brother
cool.
Eddie.
And
Yes,
Eddie Bomar.
yes.
All righty, a family tradition. All right, you
Family
stick with us.
tradition.
We got more for you.